Here at Sheldon High School, at K9 Studios, we have professionals that come in from various parts, from Pixar, Cartoon Network, Disney. They come in and work with our students where they're able to critique their work, they're able to give them assignments with animation or storytelling. They treat it as if professionals that come in are hiring my students to work on projects. So it gives that real-world experience to them.
Part that I want you to have as your takeaway is talk a little bit about story structure. So you can get a little bit of an understanding of what you're going to do with your ideas and how you can kind of take those and apply those to a structure and actually, make a short and have some entertainment.
Professionals treat them as if they're employed by them, and they push them really hard and ask for them to reach certain goals.
Last time I was here, I gave you guys an assignment to do conceptual art, and that was just like blue sky conceptual art. I kind of explained the story in the historical context and just said, go away and do some either character designs or some illustrations of what the island would look like.
I find it to be very important for the students to have outside interaction with artists to give them that taste of real world. I always talk about this classroom is not a class, it is a job. And they are new hires of K9 Studios. The reason behind that is because not only I want them to learn from professionals, but I want them to act professionally. That goes from everything where I talk about I'm their boss, that they need to call in and let me know when they are not coming to work or school that day, to working with teams, able to pitch a story and an idea. They have to practice all this, and it doesn't matter, even if they're not going to go off into the art world, that they're going to take these skills to whatever job they're going to do. You have to be able to come up with an idea, figure out how to do it, and be able to show it to others and then implement it. That is important in no matter what job they go and take on.
Now we're going to play a game. Now that we have our minds in brainstorming mode, it's time to start telling stories. And we're going to tell stories in the simplest form, which is a little illustration.
When we have a professional artist that's going to come in for a day or for a weekend, we have an artist seminar is basically what we call it. And the artist comes in and addresses the class. We introduce them, talk about the credits that they've been a part of. Then we usually have a topic of what they're going to be dealing with that day. If it's story, if it's character design, if it's layout. And the artist starts talking about how he does it in his job, at his professional place of work.
And all you do is you do a drawing up at the top, and you fold that piece of paper up and you pass it to the person to your right, and they open it up, take a look at that drawing, and they're like, oh, okay. And their job is to come up with an Act 1 based off of what they think that drawing is.
He provides a project to them, asks them to be able to do certain steps, shows them how to do those steps, and then takes them through the process. And then it becomes like a lab. By the time we're done, then we do a basic critique. The artist will stand up, take a look at all the artist's artwork, and give them a critique, a professional critique, which means the kit gloves are off. They'll talk about the strengths of it, but they always talk about what's called plussing, which is that they never say, oh, this is horrible. This is how we would make it better. This is what I would like to see. This is things that you could do to improve your artwork.
Take a look at, ships have a skeleton before the skin of the planks is put on. I would have her look at like the skeleton of a ship and see how, if you can get the sails sagging and ragged and that sort of thing. But this is a great start.
The students love it. One of the things I always say is that you'll never know who will walk in our studio doors, and to always be prepared.